All right, to beautiful people of D&Z Nation, how una day? I hope everybody is nice and everything is going as planned. It is another Friday, and we are all here to have some very good deliberations as it concerns the Ooni of Ife, not just him, but also as it concerns the royal family. So, if you've not subscribed to the channel, we urge you right now to subscribe to our channel so that you will be the first to get every information that we drop, because we are here to drop information back to back as it is hot, Olori Tobi Phillips has been in the news of late. Yes, Olori Tobi Phillips has been in the news as she has actually told Miriam to up her dressing. Yes, he has asked her to up her dressing so that the Ooni can still remain relevant with her. You know that out of all the wives of the Ooni at the palace, the one with the worst form of dressing is Miriam. And Ooni has actually continued to complain about now Miriam's dressing. But guess what? The more the Ooni complains about Miriam's dressing, Miriam does not really care. So Toby is of the opinion that, especially now that Miriam is pregnant with a child, so since she's pregnant with a child, the Ooni is even not going to bother. The Ooni will really love her like that. But I don't know what happened. Toby Phillips actually took out time to now begin to school Miriam that, see, in as much as I know that you're older than me in every ramification, all you should understand is that our Ooni is a man of steez and man of class. And why do you think that Ooni has actually not been going out with you as he's supposed to? Because naturally, Ooni is supposed to be going out with you every time, especially owing to the fact that you have so much money, owing to the fact that you can buy whatever cloth you want to buy and wear. But guess what? The Ooni will still not want to go out with you. Rather, they only want to prefer to call Naomi, who is far, to come and now go out with him. That is it not a misnomer? Because from the look of things now, the mistakes of Miriam are actually rubbing off on other Oloris. Yes, because of Miriam's mistake. Because if the only has everybody giving him the same vibes, giving him the same steez, he would not have any reason whatsoever to invite an outsider like Naomi. You know, Naomi somehow is called an outsider now because she was the only person who went on social media to say, okay, I no marry Ooni again. But now that somehow she has been looking for, Ooni has been looking for ways of bringing her back, which means it's making it more difficult. My people, Toby complained though. Toby complained that the way Miriam is doing, they do not like it. That she is the main architect of all of these misfortunes that are gathering them in the palace. That if she had been able to be doing what she's supposed to be doing, Ooni will not have any reason but to love them fervently. Ooni will not have any reason but to love them, to care for them, to show them all the love they need and require. Because the way all of this is happening, if the Ooni continues, if a Miriam continues to behave like this, very, very soon, all of them will be relegated to the background. Because right now, all of them are actually being relegated to the background. Now, Ooni hardly wants to even have time with them. Ooni hardly wants to even go out with them. Ooni hardly even wants to invite them to come. Each time Ooni is just complaining. Each time Ooni is just complaining, having issues, unnecessary issues that people cannot comprehend, that even the palace is beginning to be getting tired and bored. You know, imagine something that right now, if they invite Ooni for a public function, Ooni prefers to invite his three sisters to go out with him on events. Is that not a sacrilege? Is that not abominable? That Miriam is actually the one causing all of these issues. So Miriam should try and change her stylist. Because the problem with Miriam is that Miriam has been using one particular stylist for more than how many years now? And that stylist that she's using is because the girl is her classmate in school. So must you now use your classmate in school? If your classmate cannot give you what you want, what do? You fire your classmate. You can be friends with your classmate without necessarily she designing for you. Because if she's constantly designing for you and your husband is not having the vibes, what's going to happen? Imagine where Ooni even had to use style to tell Naomi if Naomi can introduce her stylist to her Oloris. But guess Naomi now, Naomi had to refuse because if she accepts now, before you know it, they'll just come and spoil the mind of this her new stylist. And if they spoil her mind now, Pam, which means Ooni will now begin to categorize her with all the Oloris together. Because if there's one thing that the Ooni really, really love about Naomi is that Naomi has style, Naomi has class, Naomi has steez, and she does it effortlessly. There's a difference when somebody wants to do styling and styles with so much panache, so much budget, so much everything becomes loud. Like, no, the beautiful thing about Naomi is not like that. Once Naomi wants to do class and style, just a little touch like this, bam, everybody will be nice, everybody will fine, they will be excited, everybody will be happy. That's exactly how Naomi has constantly been doing her stuff. But when Miriam wants to style, Miriam will just carry designs that are so bogus. The designs don't even have fitting. The designs are so large, you can't even look at it and be like, okay, oh, this is nice or this is good. She doesn't even know occasions where she dresses for. She just has one particular pattern that is bah. As a queen, as somebody that is supposed to be Ooni's wife, she ought to dress in a way and manner that will emit excellence, because the Ooni stands and represents for excellence. Have you actually seen the Ooni dress and come out for events? From the Ooni's, from the sole of his feet to the crown on his head, it shows excellence. That is, if you know the kind of excellence the Ooni shows, even you will tremble and bow to it. And Ooni's excellence did not start today. Ooni has always and consistently shown excellence per time. And this excellence is so beautiful that people just marvel how he does it. When somebody begins to show excellence effortlessly without stress, you have no reason but to actually appreciate what the person is doing. Because I'm sure, like the way the Ooni behaves with all of his wives will always appreciate his this. Whenever he comes out, they are always excited and happy and glad to say, this is my beloved husband in whom I am well pleased. So if women can always be having this kind of notion about their man, is it not supposed to be the reverse too? That a man should look at the wife and will be like, wow, this is my wife in whom I'm well pleased. Just by dressing. Because there's one thing about people. People just think it's all about character. But they forget that before you know a woman's character, you need to see the woman physically first. So the Ooni is actually not excited and happy with the way Miriam is looking. And Toby Phillips has been able to break it down in simple terms that Miriam, try to change your dress sense, so that the Ooni can actually be in love with you again. Because whether I like it or not, Toby does not really need to struggle the Ooni with Miriam. The only person Toby is scared of is Naomi. For Miriam, he just knows that Miriam is just there for being sake. But when Naomi comes in, the tables normally turn. And this is exactly not what Toby wants for herself. Alright, people, this is where we'll be stopping till we come your way again. If you've not subscribed to our channel, do well to subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification button, comment, like, and share this video as we give you more videos. Thank you and God bless.